Hello everybody and good afternoon. I have an image of the Watts family up on my screen, the family that were slain recently by the husband, which is, as we go through the news and we see these stories, it's just, who can wrap their head around this really, why this happens? And, who can get it's just so hard to understand. Not only that, is what is someone gaining from this, and doing this atrocious act? And, all we can do is hope that the man that did commit this is going to get his punishment, consequences for it. And of course, karma will always win out, so karma will come along here for sure. But with this, one of the reasons for doing this reading is to see, glean a little bit of hope out of it, in the way of seeing where these the spirits are now, the what's happened here. I don't know if we'll get much of a story of the whole thing, but just to see, as far as an afterlife reading goes, where are the spirits now? What's happening now with them? So let's go ahead and get started. We can see the two little girls, and the mother, I think it was Shannon, was pregnant at the time of her murder. And so sad, so sad. Anyway, let's see what happens here, okay? Okay, so one feels the pendulum go down, which, when this happens, for the most part, it indicates death. This is not, this is something, one of the facts that is out there, that these souls here have passed on. Okay, so when we go to the little girl, the feeling is a cheerfulness, and with the baby, with this one here, one can see her crawling along really with this same smile. And, that is the feeling of it anyway, right away. Where this will go, I'm not sure. Okay, so life left early for these two. So they are, the feeling is relatively untouched. Like, I see white snow, there's some drops on it of blood on this pristine white snow, but you've still got this vast space in which all this, it's pristine, it's clean. And so really, in terms of anything really marring their spirit, this kind of dreadful act that was committed to them, on them, is they will come out really quite clean from it. And really, with the way going around these two little ones, one can feel their same spirit there. Like, really, it just is remaining, for the most part, the same. And they'll go forward into having a new birth. And you can see the pendulum saying yes. It's, they're not going to be really so scarred by this. Let's see if this is true. Okay, so that's the feeling. Yes, they will come out of this okay, these little ones. Okay, so let's see if they know where they're at now, or anything that happened with them. Okay, so the sense is no. But I just feel so much life still there within them. A purity, a laughter, an innocence. And let's see if this will be scarred. No. So, not to say that, this, is just no big deal. I mean, this is horrendous. But in terms, since it has happened, moving forward, these children are doing fine. and their spirit, their energy. Okay, so they're just, I don't feel a lot of tears around them, so it's saying no. Are they conscious of anything that happened to them? No. Are they, there's a real lightness around their energy, really. And so this, there's hearts around them. There's, it's just a, due to their youth, their innocence, they really are going to be quite fine and move forward into having another, as was said, another experience. And let's see if their next experience, they will live a little longer and have a better, outcome, really. Okay, let's see if they were really loved when they were in this family. Okay, so there's a bit of skewing, interestingly enough. And this doesn't mean they weren't by the mother, the mother. Okay, the mother was very loving. Yes, so, again, we, and not to go into this, but there's a bit of a skewing, and it's going to the older girl, interestingly enough. So, who can say what exactly happened there within that family? Okay, it's interestingly just going to the older one. Who can say? Young one, not quite as skewed. Interesting. So when something like this happens, I mean, who can say what happened behind closed doors? And I just am not going to delve deeply into that. And that's behind them now. That's behind them now. And certainly, never can one blame a child for anything. Not this way. Not children of this age. And there was, they're just, they don't have any karma attached to this. Nothing. I mean, they're going to be fine, really. And of course, ones that loved them would prefer they were here in body, But this is just a reading where their spirit is now. Okay, so let's move forward and a little bit more to Shannon and that fetus. Okay, that fetus is, and you can see it's moving around the space where the fetus would be, getting a bit of a feel of it. I can see the image of a fetus. Okay, so that fetus is, I see flowers around. It will bloom again somewhere else, and like in a new womb, it will find its way. And it just, was so connected to the mother's life. And let's, it just, see if it will touch this fetus. Okay, so no. There's even a stronger no with that, because that is not fully manifested to be touched by any experience. Okay, so this is a yes. And so again, and let's, so that's, that fetus is going to be again just fine. And it's a dreadful thing to even imagine, but again, like, since we're working with this other side, let's just see where things are at. And okay, this one is fine. This one, okay, this little one is really completely clear. This one, any marks on it for later. Okay, so it's just going through it, and it's really, the feeling is no. It's hugging up tight to it, like, she is one that, and I'm hearing just there may be a touch of struggle in there, a touch of that, but due to this, but really she's gonna be in a better situation where she will be loved and taken good care of. Okay, you can see a yes. So it's just going to be something that will make her stronger, and one feels more of a weight to it as we're speaking. It'll give her more substance and strength and sturdiness, really. And you can see this getting bigger and heavier. So she's fine. And this one is just just this sweet as can be. And you can see this heartbeat. You can see the pendulum coming out, like she's just resonating with you know, purity, innocence, and doing well, actually. Okay, and so if the fetus is fine, the babies are fine, and if any experience, like was said, will come to them, it will just make them be stronger in the long run. And then as soon as I speak that way again, as I was saying, this is so much heavier. This just feels sturdier, like it will give them stronger legs, a stronger voice. Okay, and so Shannon, let's see, you know, again, you know, she's, that's going to be a different thing, possibly. I don't know. Okay, so it's heavy. It's, you know, there's a lot of tears there. There's fear. There's heartache that's felt in her soul, in her spirit. There's scars. There's praying. There's, you know, I just see something's a terrible something that took place with the interaction. And, okay, but she, let's just give it a minute. Okay, so let's see where her consciousness is now. Okay, so it's not real available, interestingly enough, so I'm not able to get a good reading on her. It could be she's just really out, you know, still, and not really available for the reading. Let's see if this is true. Is this true? Okay, yes and no. So let's give it a little more time. It just is not coming easily. Okay, what is being felt here is that Shannon is she's just not fully awake to be able to feel where she's at right now. Okay, so she's just been you know, that's pretty much you know, all that one can say. It just, there isn't a lot of greenery around this scene or anything that has manifested up that, you know, could be really read where things are going for her. With her, let's see if there's a hopeful future for her. Okay, so there's some no and there's a bigger yes. I mean, of course she's going to go through some hardships, but it sounds like she's going to rise above it in the long run. Okay, so since we can't read her spirit right now, we're looking for the future possibilities. We're looking on the horizon for Shannon. Will she rise above some of these, whatever took place, this terrible violence issues, health issues, emotional issues? Okay, so there's going to be a time of quite a bit of struggle for her. But yet, you can see then the pendulum gets bigger, like, you know, it's going to move outward. So she's going to move forward eventually, but right now she's just not awake to anything. You know, that happens a lot when people die due to a trauma, an accident, or suicide. But overall, this reading sounds like it's got hope around it. There's a lot of pluses in it. You know, I see those blood stains there too. Some more for others, which would certainly be Shannon, being that she's gathered and collected so many more experiences, you know. And, okay, let's see if some of them may reincarnate together. Interestingly enough, no right now it's felt, or maybe it's just not known right now. Is that what this means? Okay, so that one cannot say right now. Okay, who knows? Again, I'm seeing a deck of cards. You know, who knows exactly what's in the cards in that way, but is it possible? Okay, so it is possible that some of them or all of them, and it feels heavy, like there is, you know, it just can't be fully opened into that right now. And that's, you know, it's early on, you know, with this reading, and you know, since it was set such a short period of time before this happened. So let's see if there's anything else. Really, I'm feeling no. Okay, so, you know, if anyone's gotten anything out of this, you know, I hope so. I hope it brings a little bit of hope. Or, you know, I'm not going into what happened with the situation with the perpetrator, the husband. You know, really right now we're just going to let karma take care of that, okay? He's got some karma. Okay, so anyway, you know, just our prayers, our love go out to the family and to the ones that knew this very precious looking family here, and hope all are well, and everyone take care. Okay, bye now.